Okay, now streaming live. Got it. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. How are you? How are you? Put in the comments. Hello, hi. I always love to read your comments and get to see your little icon face and your hello. So I love to just know that you're here in your presence. So whether you're on Facebook or you're over on YouTube, hello, make yourself seen. You have a voice, you have a face. Hello, come on in. So you see the topic, and I'm hoping that that grabbed your attention and you're like, yes, like come on in. It is release emotional and or physical pain. And so if you are suffering from emotional pain or physical pain right now, I want to honor you and congratulate you for actually being here, right? That you're showing up and you're here and you're wondering, okay, like this is a resource. This is a how to actually release some of this emotional, just heavy energy in my being, whether it's the sadness, whether emotional, that could be sadness or anger, all in between. It's an energetic pain. You want to release that, or you may have physical pain, discomforts and tensions and pressures in your body that you want to release. And so you're like, yeah, jump on, here it is. And so you're here. So I just want to honor you and thank you for being here. You also could be someone who has in the past suffered from emotional and physical pain, and you're like, well, let me get on these techniques and get some tools in my pocket so that way when it comes about again, I could be prepared and ready. And so wherever you're at, you're in the perfect space. Just saying that, I wanted to acknowledge that every single person on this planet has, or will experience emotional pain. Every single one of us, doesn't matter what your financial status is, any status, you will experience pain. You will experience a contrast. You experience problems and challenges and situations emotionally or physically. You will. It's a part of the human experience. And so let's just honor that for a bit, that it's human and that we all understand each other and we're all here for each other and we're really in this together, this topic that I'm talking about here today. Okay, so just feel that we all understand. We all understand, and to all different degrees. Okay, and so you're in the right space. So I want to start out with really acknowledging first the education piece of, well, education means just pulling wisdom from with you. It's educate is pulling that internal wisdom that you have outside of you out to the forefront. So we have an understanding of what that is. So we're going to go into the education of how in the world are we experiencing emotional and physical pain? Like, what is that? How is that even coming about? We're going to quickly go into education about that. And then we're actually going to end in a hypnosis where we're releasing the emotional and physical pain from the body. Is that exciting? Give me a yes. Like, is that like landing for you? Is that something that you want to do? Are you ready to release the emotional baggage and pain and or physical pain from your body? Yeah. Okay, good. Before we begin on that piece, the reason why I'm actually bringing this topic up this week is because around this time when the weather begins to change and as the colder months are coming, the physical pain in our society, there's a big trigger for physical pain to rise, whether that's arthritis and ligament and joint pains and pressures. The physical pain tends to, I'm not sure on the percentage, but there's a very high rate of increase of where humans are experiencing more physical pain in the colder months. Would you agree? That's what you see. And then also, emotional pain is also on the rise during these months. And I really think when I sit and I channel what that is because of the kind of the isolation starts to happen during winter. The holidays are also amongst us. And so people are starting to think about love life. They're starting to think about family. They're starting to think about love and what it once was or what it is now. And unfortunately, there's a lot of discord in families, right? And so holidays bring about this time of, Thanksgiving, we're all coming together. It's like getting gifts, and you're just being triggered as you look out into society right now, and people are coming together, and it's time of joy, and it's time of peace, and it's time of gather. And you're probably in a space and you're like, I don't really have anyone to do that with, or anyone I really want to do that with, yada yada. You get what I'm trying to say? And so it triggers this very high emotional pain state where unfortunately many people are experiencing a great deal of depression during this time of the year. And so I'm like, oh, let's get out and let's do this hypno hour right now, because I've seen the increase in my clientele. I'm getting a lot of new calls coming through in the company for just need of eradicating this emotional and physical pain. So here it is, you guys, you're in the right space. Okay. You're here. So in the education piece, so why? Because, I hypno coach, we're going to coach on the conscious first. Okay. Before I do that, do you guys hear music? Do you hear any music coming through, or just my voice? I have music going on in the background, but I want to make sure it's not drowning out my voice. Let's see. I'm going to go over here on Facebook and see. Kristen, I see you're on there, hon. Can you put in the comments if you can hear my voice? If you can hear the music? Let's see, I'm going to go over here on Facebook. If you can hear the music? Let's see, I'm going to go over here. I hear them both. Okay, perfect. Is the music too loud? Should I turn the music down a bit? Sorry, you guys. Just want to make sure you have the best of the best quality here for your sound. Okay. Here we go. Looks good. Okay. I turned it down just a little bit, so I hope that was more helpful. All right. Okay, so here we go. Continuing on. If you didn't hear my voice, and if you're just jumping on now, what we're talking about is releasing emotional pain and physical pain that could be on the rise during this season, during the holiday season, during winter coming up. There tends to be a lot more pain that comes up for the human experience, just doing with love and physical flare-ups. Okay, so we're going to talk through all of that and go into a really good hypnosis. So I honor you for being here. And this is definitely a share, because I feel like everybody knows and understands what I'm talking about, or has someone who needs this emotional and or physical pain release. So please share this. Okay. So the education piece, educate you, draw out your wisdom on this. If you are feeling emotional pain, what that means is that you are having thoughts that are contradicting to the truth of you, to the desires that you have, better yet, to the alignment of who you are. Okay, so you're having thoughts of it all. Emotional pain starts with the thoughts being out of alignment. So you could be having thoughts that you're alone, that no one loves you, that life is unfair, that you're not lovable, you're not good enough, you don't have enough. You could be thinking about the problems of the past and arguments and just wrongdoings of the world and of people. There's an array of thoughts that we could have that is opposite to who we are and to what we want. And when that actually happens, you have this energetic cut off. It's like, have you ever sat on your foot and your foot got cut off from blood flow? And what happens? What happens to your foot? It starts to feel tingling, right? You start to lose sensation. Then this other kind of crazy, tingly, prickly feeling starts to come in your foot. And it's awful, right? It's awful. And that's what it's like. You're cutting your natural, energetic, creative flow off when you have thoughts that are very opposite to the truth that you are good enough, that you are powerful, that you are beyond love, that you are love, that you can be, do, or have anything, that you are stunning, that you are unique, you are incomparable, you are unstoppable, that life is pretty damn good and it's full of magic and you get what I'm saying? That's the truth of who you are and of our world. But when you start to think of everything of this dark side of the black and white, you start thinking of the dark side of how you don't have any of that and life is full of crap and there's a lot of terrible things going on and you're thinking about just the awful things that are being of the manifested form, then you're sitting on your foot. You're sitting on your foot. All right. Is that making sense? So it's like, it first begins with the emotional turbulence where you start having the thought of how that person hurt you or how, whatever happened in the past or how you're not gonna get the stuff that you want or how that person lied to you or how you can't go and do the things that you want and life fucking sucks. And, when you start thinking those things, what happens? Put in the comments. What happens the moment you start thinking negative? You start thinking the lack, just say negative. You start thinking negative. You start bitching, whining, complaining, moaning, and groaning. What happens emotionally? Yeah. You start feeling off. You start feeling really bad. That's sitting on your foot. You start feeling down, heavy, dark, just melancholy, then sad, then majorly sad, then even frustrated and angry, overwhelmed. You start feeling all these crazy tingly feelings, right? Let's call them the tingles. And you start feeling that. And that's emotional pain. It's emotional pain. Now, you could be there. What happens if you sit on that foot for way too long? Even longer outside of those tingles, the physical pain begins. Okay. So it all starts with first the thoughts, cuts your energy flow off, starts having energy discord in the body. Your body starts sending you signal after signal with all of these emotional radars going off. Well, if you don't change that topic, if you don't change the patterns up here, the thought patterns, then you start to feel physical pain. This is where diagnoses start to come in play. You start creating the physical manifestations of IBS, ulcers, arthritis, you name it, the gamut of physical conditions start to come into the body because they're not experiencing the proper flow of energy. Your systems are not coordinating, aren't working together as they should. The canals are blocked. Okay, think of a dam that's just blocked. Like there's going to be some overflow. There will be some problems if your energy is not flowing properly. If you are in alignment with who you are, we experience these problems. For example, I won't go into all to the different meridian systems, but folks that are in constant anger and they're suppressing that anger and they're not letting that anger go, those folks usually have gallbladder and liver issues. Okay, that's when you start seeing gallbladder attacks and being taken out, pancreatitis, going on and lots of different liver issues because of suppressing anger. And I can go on and on and on with the different systematic ways of where things are actually physically manifesting. But that's not important right now. What is very important is that let's just go to the root. Let's go to the actual source of it all, which is our thoughts. So it doesn't matter what cargo train you're on. If you're over here on the physical pain, the emotional pain, and you're starting with the thoughts here, let's just get to the driver of the train. Okay, the thoughts. So if you could take a moment to, now I'm getting some feedback right now that like, Derika, how can you change your thoughts when you're in physical pain? I get that. I've been on this planet a long time and I've been seeing clients for a very long time. So I've got that question many times, like, Derika, you expect me to have good thoughts, hopeful thoughts and positive thoughts when my lower back is killing me, when my heart is broken? And I say yes. Absolutely, I say yes, because there's the pain and then there's the thoughts. And you can be in pain and you can have fearful thoughts. Or you can be in pain and you can have thoughts of hope. You can. And I'm human just like you guys. Believe me, I was in physical pain yesterday. So I exactly know what this is. And I've coached thousands of folks into hope from being in physical pain or emotional pain with hope. And you always have two things going on. You have the old manifestation and the current of what you're creating right now. And so this is where you're bringing your thoughts into faith, into that things will get better, into what is good that's going on in the world, even though there is chaos, even though there is really old shit that's pissing you off. I get it. But I'm not going to let anyone stand in weakness. You are more powerful than you can possibly imagine. You are creator of that pain, so you're going to be creator of the pleasure. You are creator of the contrast and the problems going on in the world. So you could be the creator of the goodness and the positivity and the health and abundance of your world as well. And that's what I have to remind you of. I'm not going to hold back. You can have physical pain and think about how the sun is rising and how at least the top of your body feels good and how this pain will be over. And how you have gratitude and if you're thankful, you can, I promise. You have willpower. You are the El Capitan of your motherboard. You are the one that decides how your day is going to be, how your feelings are going to be, how your reality is going to be. No one else will decide that for you. Give me a yes. Give me a yes. Come on, if this is landing. No one can take that away from you. So yeah, you could be standing in heartbreak. I tell you, just last night, my phone blew up. I have messages every single day from clients. And just last night, I had about 5 messages that I was clearing out in my evening of clients that had problem after pain, after pain, after pain that we got to work through. Okay, so everybody's on this. But I promise you, I had a client who had just gotten into an altercation with her in-laws, and another client who was just ghosted by the love of her life. I had, there's all these different things. And guess what? Every single one of them standing in all of those problems got done with our session standing in faith, standing in empowerment, standing in happiness, even though 15 minutes before they were in despair, broken, reaching out for me because they didn't know what to do. So if they can do it, and that's every day I see these miracles, so can you. Woo, so can you. So can you, okay? So I don't want to belittle what you're going through because it's powerful. I get it. Some of these things we have major momentum in, like family paradigms and things like that. And I get it. I'm not discrediting the actual pain that you have in your body. But what I am telling you is that you have the power with this tweak and this tipping point that you and I are sharing right now to start to climb that ladder, climb and getting out of that physical or emotional pain. Yes, right now, you absolutely can climb that ladder. I believe in you and I know you can. It all starts with gradual thoughts getting better and better. So I want you to comment, I'm ready, Derika, let's go. Say, I'm ready, let's go. And I'll begin the hypnosis. Say, I'm ready, let's go. And what we're going to do is start to ascend that ladder. We're going to begin to start releasing the heavy energy discord, the blockage where you're sitting on the foot or the dam is being blocked. Let's start releasing some of that debris. Let's start releasing some of that heavy energy and open the floodgates to goodness, to health and prosperity of all good things coming through. No matter what happened in the past, we get to start over. Okay. So are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go. Let's go. I'm teasing you now. I know. Okay. So you've got the binaural beats going on in the background. You hear them. You hear my voice. Give me a yes if my voice is okay. If the music is okay, let me do one more sound check. This is the important part where you can hear me clearly. For your sound. Okay. Get yourselves nice and comfortable. Well, we're going to go with it, okay? We're going to go with it. We don't need the music, right? We need the music to dance. All right, here we go. You're making yourself nice and comfortable, and you can hear my voice. Little to no distractions, if possible. Earbuds on if you can. I want you to make your body in a position where if you were to take a nap, you could. You feel grounded, you feel safe, you feel secure in your chair. You've got maybe your back on a chair or a wall or a bed. Okay. You're nice and comfortable. Be prepared for about 10-15 minutes here for a life-changing experience. Take a deep breath and let it go. Another deep breath and let it go. Bringing your attention to your breath. And as your eyes are closed, and you're bringing your attention to your breath, to your breathing, you'll notice your thoughts beginning to slow down. You will have other thoughts, and that's okay. But your main focus is here in this moment on your breath. One breath in and out. One breath in. Breathe out. Slowing down your thoughts. Visualizing the air entering your body and feeling your lungs with fresh, clean air, allowing the oxygen to sink down into every cell. And as you breathe out, let go of all the tension, of all the pressures, right out with the breath. Feel your shoulders drop. Feel your eyelids very soft, your body completely comfortable, as you can feel every muscle, every fiber beginning to relax more and more. Relax more and more. You can feel your hips relax, your ankles, your toes, allowing your body to completely surrender for this quick moment, deeply sinking into relaxation. Your forehead's nice and soft, your jaw nice and relaxed. There may be other sounds happening, and all of that just allows you to go deeper, deeper into relaxation, deeper into comfort. Now, beginning at the top of your crown, imagine this violet light streaming down from high above, this cleansing, rejuvenating energy, this violet, beautiful purple. It's like a funnel that goes down into the top of your crown. And as it goes through your body, it will cleanse out any debris, any heavy energy, any toxic patterns, any blockages within the system. Its job is to cleanse every fiber, every cell, as it washes through your entire being. You allow this violet light to go through and around the skull, your brain, the back of the eyes, in, through, and around the eyes, the jaw. It encompasses this cleansing, soothing violet within, out, and around your entire head. And you can feel the cleanse. You can feel the freedom, the space, the lightness within the left and right hemispheres of your brain. You can feel, as you breathe, the opening through the nostrils, down the back of the mouth into the throat, opening. And you allow this violet to continue to go down through the throat, the entire neck, as it cleanses, releases any heavy energy. Your throat is feeling more open than it has in a very long time, which is going to allow for greater and deeper communication. expression of the goodness that you are, the thoughts that you're having, the connections that you are desiring. And you allow this violet to go down in through and around the shoulders, the upper back, the chest. And allow this energy to continue to circulate. And it's dissipating, it's melting off pains, pressures, blockages. And you can feel the looseness coming back to your shoulders, the openness that your chest is beginning to feel, with all of that sludge, dark, heavy energy melting right off as this violet cleansing energy is circulating in, through, and around, moving its way down your chest, down your arms, down and out your fingertips, releasing any pressures in the joints, releasing any tension in the muscles, any pressures, any pains in the body, coming right out and melting away, going down the chest, over the heart, down all the way down through the solar plexus, which is your stomach, your emotional brain. And you allow this violet to continue to circulate in, through, and around, cleansing out, gently pushing out any sadness, doubt, fear, old stuck energy. And it's lifting off of your being, and it's floating off of your lower back, your entire back, your hips. And as you move down with this energy, your stomach for the first time feels lighter, more peace and calmness flows through the heart down to the stomach. It's this freedom, it's openness and clarity comes too. And you feel this great relief, this heavy weight lifted off of your being. And now move that violet energy down the hips, down the bottom, down through the root chakra, down your thighs. And any pain lifts right off from any joint, any muscle. This violet energy is flowing through every fiber, every ligament, every joint, every muscle, every bone, is healing and repairing your cells and opening, rejuvenating, bringing flexibility, movement back to your joints. And move that down the knees, in, through, and around the knees. That violet energy is going through the knees, going all the way down, giving such relief of any tension, is lifting off and melting away. And you move down your calves. And you can feel that violet energy going in, through, and around the calves, dissolving away any pressures, any heavy energy, any worry. And as you go down through the ankles, bringing relief back to the ankles, movement and flexibility, all of that pressure releases, melts away. from the top of the feet and all the way comes down out the bottoms of your feet, and you feel that great release. All of that dark, heavy energy that has been in your body for such a long time has left, and your body is feeling renewed, is feeling lighter, is feeling healthier, and you allow this energy that hasn't moved through your body like this in such a long time. Let that energy flow. Breathe in deeper into your body. Feel the lightness. Feel the hope. Feel the good tingles come back. The sensations of your body awakening. The goodness that you are, that you have. Feel the love that is pouring through you, out of you, and beyond you. Take a deep breath. Deep breath as you're coming all the way back up. All the way back here into this present moment as you're integrating and embracing, embodying this new frequency of coming back, of standing taller and stronger in your security, in your positivity. And I want you to open your eyes, take another deep breath. And as you come to and you're coming back up from that awesome deep nap of relaxation, I want you to put in the comments how you're feeling. How are you feeling now compared to how you were when we first started? I love to hear those comments. I love to see your experience and how this was. Your feedback is very important. I see you, I hear you, and there's a lot more goodness to come. So honor yourself and celebrate yourself that you've actually did this, and you can always replay this. Remember, and it all starts here. And who's the ruler of here? All right. Much love to you, and we'll talk soon. Next Tuesday.